Hello. Okay. Going to jump on a panel right now. We're gonna jump on Khan's panel a little bit and see what they're talking about. See if we can rustle some feathers. Have a good time. And then later we'll maybe look at some news and maybe do some debate review if there's enough time. I wanted to take a look at that Brian Shapiro, Jay Dyer debate. I've been meaning to watch it, so it might be good. It might be fun to take a look at it and see what that's about. But let's see here. Let's get going. Going to gonna minimize this. Okay, here we go.
Her. Would that
Right.
be a scene?
Right. Though that's why we obviously that's Jesus. We had this conversation before. I can't remember who was a part of it. Like not necessarily you and me.
What are
but
you nerds
me
talking
and
about?
somebody else.
Confluence, answer the question. Unmarried
Oh,
man
Mo,
looks
I
at a
have to ask you
woman,
something.
feels very attracted
Yeah, that's not
to
that's
that
not what
woman.
Christ means. That's not what Christ means when he says if you look at a woman to lust after her in your heart. He doesn't mean I see a woman, I think woman hot. He means like I think
How
it's
do you
obvious
know?
that there's like
Did you know him?
intention.
No,
Well, I do know Christ. I have a personal relationship with my Lord and Savior. Thank you very much.
I gotta ask
Confluence.
Mo something. If you guys
I
can
don't
stop
know.
flirting for a second.
Wait, what was the question that Emmett asked you that you're not answering, Khan?
I think I am answering it. Where he's saying that adultery. We're talking about if adultery only applies to marriages, and I'm saying
he's saying
biblically it
adultery,
applies
I'm
to
saying
any like
fornication,
fornicative
which
act.
He's being
Like,
pedantic.
biblically
It doesn't
speaking.
matter.
I'm not being pedantic. I'm just saying
You're
how the
being
word
pedantic.
is used in the Bible.
Wait,
I'm not
you're
being
saying
pedantic.
fornication only applies within the marriage? Is that what you're saying?
No, fornication is outside of marriage. Adultery, we were saying that you commit adultery. I said that it's usually when you're married. If you're married and you go outside of the marriage, that would be adultery. And fornication is when
in a colloquial sense,
do
but
it
I'm saying
outside of
biblically.
marriage.
Yeah.
And then
Biblically, you can
said
commit
to me-
adultery.
you said to me that if a man looks at a woman, let's say that a married man looks at a woman, first thought is his mouth is I want to have a bunch of babies with this woman, and the only way to do it is I want to have a bunch of sex with her. Is that wrong when he wants to go and marry her?
Hold on, didn't Matthew view
it's-
marriage itself as like a necessary?
Well, a necessary evil. What?
Who was that?
No.
Well, it's not.
Basically,
It's in Matthew's
you're talking
gospel. I think it
Paul.
might also be in Luke too, though.
No, he's talking about Paul, and he's talking
Paul.
about
It was Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Corinthians.
No, this is Jesus
Yeah,
talking.
I
Jesus
don't
says
think
this
they
quote.
ever.
No, I know.
I
Jesus
don't remember
said
it
it.
ever being referred to as a necessary evil, considering God's the author of the marriage. So that'd be kind of weird.
Well, I think Alex is talking about when Paul says it would be better if for you not to marry, but because you're lusty.
Yeah, but wasn't he
bastards, then you
talking
should-
about
But-
giving it over to Christ and spreading the gospel and being
Yeah, he's
you know.
basically saying you should give your if you
Yeah.
should give your life
like?
to
But
Christ,
there's a
it's
difference
horrible.
between
He says-
someone
he says
making
if
a
you're-
statement that's optimally effective versus like you shouldn't do this or it's evil. That's two different statements.
All right, can you tell me
I
about
know.
what
I wouldn't
said
say it means
real quick?
evil, but what?
Can you tell me about what I said about?
Oh,
about
the sex
this?
thing.
Is he?
I think to me, I don't know. This seems like I understand that you don't like going to scripture, but I think it's very obvious in that passage that it's talking about like
So,
a more
So every time you see a
intentional.
woman and you're like, man, I would like to have
hold
some
on.
babies with
It
her.
dep-
You're lost
if
in,
I-
and
It
that means
depends,
that
It's
you're
like if I'm
you're
I'm
bad.
fantasizing, if I see a woman and I'm like, oh yeah, I'd really like to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm really going over it in my mind and I'm leering, yeah, I would think that's what Jesus is talking about. If I just see a
No.
woman, I'm like, oh,
So-
I'm really attracted to her. I would want to like, yeah, I want to get married to her. I don't think that's
Okay, so wait a minute, Con.
Con, this would be-
Follow up
it
question
might-
then. Let's say you see a girl. You're at a gathering. You see a girl. She's like really attractive, and you're like, man, like I want to go introduce myself and talk to her. Are you just going over there as this like, you know, Are you approaching her in a way that's just completely non-sexual, just kind of like, you know, you
No,
might
I
as,
just-
you might
I
as
just
well be
said-
like a blank,
no, I
slate.
said the opposite. I said the
So, hold
opposite. I
on.
said obviously
Hold
you can
on.
see her and feel sexually attracted to her and want to
Uh-huh.
marry her. That's fine. I'm saying if I'm like,
So you're gonna
now
burn in
going
hell for that
into-
now?
So confluence.
No, I'm
You're
saying
gonna
that-
burn in hell
no,
for
what?
that?
Your
Sounds
church
like
doesn't
it.
teach this. You guys are Orthodox. Your church has your
No, I'm asking you if you're gonna burn in hell for that. Is that what you're saying?
Confluence.
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying. First of all, you're not gonna burn hell for either of them. I'm saying what's bad would be to be like, oh, I really want to I want to have sex with her, and I'm trying to picture her naked, and I'm really thinking about the sex act. Or like that's obviously what we're talking about. We're talking about like lusting after a woman. We're not just talking about like being like sexually aroused.
So
I did see your
Khan.
tank, Emmett. I do want to see the finished product. I was distracted
thanks,
by the
awesome.
sex talk.
So I have to ask you, if at one point in like the Bible it defines adultery as straying from your marriage, and then Jesus expands that to include like the adultery of even thought, right? You can commit adultery in your mind through lusting after another woman. Would that not just expand the definition of adultery, not create a new one where you don't have to be married?
No, because I mean, we could pull this up in the Greeks, but Jesus is not expanding the definition of just like the word itself isn't like cheating on your spouse in Matthew. I can pull it up if we want, but if it was, then sure, then it would only apply to that. You know, there's definitely
one moment, right?
well, the word he used a specific word, right?
He used a different word than they used in the Ten Commandments.
Okay, fine. Should you be stoned for adultery?
Well, of course. I mean, well, the New Testament's written in Greek, so I mean, now Jesus probably didn't speak Greek, but I mean, we don't know the word he would have used in Hebrew because we don't have a Hebrew, New Testament.
Yeah, should you be stoned for adultery? That's what I meant just
No.
Should you be
asked.
stoned for adultery?
Yeah,
No, you
answer Amos's
shouldn't.
question. You shouldn't?
No,
Such a
When I
pussy.
do adultery, I'm usually pretty stoned.
What a pussy
Let-
take.
what's the
You should
what-
only
what
you
did
should only
Jesus
be
say about
stoned when
stoning people
you're
to death?
high. No, it means that the only way to commit adultery is when you're high.
No. What did Jesus say about stoning people? Anyone remember that?
What?
What you-
Could you
what?
Throw
repeat
the
that?
first stone. Yeah, if you
Let he
Oh,
who
he's
is
talking
without
about
sin
that
cast the
specifically,
first
right?
stone,
Yeah.
yes.
Did he stop every single stoning or just that one?
Well, he seemed to be implying you shouldn't stone people unless you yourself are sinless.
Oh, here, let me do the Soul Scriptura thing. Remember he told that guy to give up all his money and, follow him? So you should give up all your money now. Because it was like
He was
declared
talking
it was
specifically to a
clearly
person.
it was clearly, written that way and it's in the Bible, so now you should do that.
He was
That's exactly
talking
what
to
it
a
says.
specific person, but
Yeah,
actually,
well,
probably-
Oh, was he
would-
talking
would-
about a
that's a-
specific
that's a
person?
terrible-
Was he
No,
talking
that's a
about was he
terrible use
talking
of
about
soul
no?
scripture
Was he
mode.
talking about the single person
Terrible
before?
hermeneutics.
What? No, it isn't. Was he
talking
talking
to a
about the
group
single
of
person with the
people.
stoning?
That's horrible.
Was he talking about the
hermeneutics.
single person with the stoning?
Did he refer
Answer
to
the question.
person
Answer the
or
question.
crime, or did he
Answer the
just talk
fucking
to
question.
the crowd?
Was he talking about a
No,
single
no.
person with the stoning?
No, he was talking to a
It
crowd.
doesn't-
No.
He
It
doesn't
doesn't-
specify who he's
Yeah,
talking
he was.
about, does
Yeah,
he?
he was talking to the crowd. He
About
wasn't talking to
who?
about an unnamed,
He didn't specify that, did
unspecified
he?
woman.
Okay, but it was a person. It was a single person, correct?
There was a
He wasn't
person
talking
there,
to a
yes.
woman. There was
He wasn't
there's a
talking to her,
person
there was also a
involved.
crowd.
Yeah, there was a person involved. He was making reference to it. And he's talking
There's
to the
always a
crowd.
person
Was he-
involved.
was he-
Yeah,
terrible
yeah.
hermeneutics.
reference to
And he
the
was,
person?
and he
How?
was, and he was talking. There was other people, I'm sure, around when he was
What
talking to the other
reference
guy
did
about
he
his
Did he say,
getaway as
"Let-
well
let
too.
He was without sin. Throw the first stone at her.
I just say he was talking to the crowd. You not listening?
But he didn't mention her in the statement at all. There was absolutely no reference to her.
Oh, so he was just saying that for no reason. He was just like he was without any kind of like situation to invoke the reason for him to
Well, there's a
say that.
situation,
He just
clearly.
he was just like
But his-
talking for no. He just walked around talking out loud, a little bit
His
like a.
prescription was not specific to the situation or the person.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
if you
that's-
want to
how do you
stone-
know
if
that?
you want to stone people,
How do you know that?
Implement it.
listening
Well,
is
then
the
how do you
person
know it
that
wasn't
never
specific to
mentions
just the
her
guy to give up
in
all your
the
wealth?
script, Okay,
How do you know it wasn't
Because it
specific to that guy?
which is actually true.
Wait, it was
Because he
actually
mentioned in the
specific to the
prescription.
situation because he didn't say to the Roman that was, putting them in the cross that only the one that is without
weren't
sin
casting
should hit the
stones.
nail, right?
They weren't casting stones.
The first
Were
one
they?
without sin should hit the nail. That's what he should have said
Yeah,
when
so
he was
apparently
being
you're allowed to
crucified.
crucify people, but you shouldn't cast stones at people. So if
Oh.
you want
Okay.
to crucify adulterers, then I guess go right to fucking
Okay,
heaven.
He
perfect.
even
I agree.
I'd ha-
The
I'd
Romans,
have-
we
I'd have
agree,
absolutely
Alexander.
He
no
literally
defense to
I
that.
was wrong.
He
but
literally
I will,
specifies
I
that
will,
the Romans
I will,
did a sin because he says,
Oh, well,
those
yeah,
who
he did
gave
call
you
it a
up to
sin,
me
didn't he?
have done the greater sin. So he literally does specify that the Romans are doing a
You're
sin.
right.
by
You're right. My
What's
bad.
up, Vara? Yeah,
yeah, but he
I'm
doesn't-
doing a little
but
bit
he
of
doesn't
trolling
tell
right
you that
now.
the one
Just
without
like
sin should-
rustling
you
some
know, should hit the
feathers
first
here.
nail.
Crucify people,
So
right?
No,
what I would say-
that it's sin, what they're doing. So I don't think he needed to say. I don't think he needed to reprise the he who is without sin line again. I mean,
why
you say it
not?
too many times, it gets old. You know, people stop.
Well, hold on.
taking it
Why would
seriously.
he?
Yeah.
Then he walks
Yeah.
into a room and everyone's like, Jesus, say the thing about sin. It's just really.
Yeah, every single time.
Just do the thing.
The first one without sin should pull the trigger. That's gonna be the new one.
Who is he?
Yeah,
who
yeah.
was he talking to in the first one?
Revise
Who's he
that.
talking to in the second one?
He's talking to Pharisees.
Okay, in which one? The second one?
In the I think you're talking about the stoning. That's what
Yeah,
I
the
He's talking
stoning
to
was
like
the
a
Pharisees,
he's
right?
talking to like a crowd of people.
Crowd
Yeah,
of
but
people.
I don't
It
think the
wasn't just the
stoning is
Pharisees.
to the Pharisees.
It's not. Yeah, it's not specific.
So
Pharisees.
who would he be
It is
talking
the
to?
Pharisees.
In,
The ones that are saying that they should die are the Pharisees.
I don't think the passage
were-
specifies
ones-
that he's
they're
just
the
talking
ones
to Pharisees.
everyone
do you
there
think?
was saying that
We
she
can
should be
look at-
stoned.
we can
I
look
don't
it
think he
up.
mentioned a specific Pharisee there.
Do you think
I
that
think this is
you
John
just
5 or
woke up?
something. No, maybe
Do
John
do you,
something.
do you think that whenever somebody was gonna get stoned, that everybody just wake up that day and it's like, ah, yeah, Maria, fuck that bitch, let's go stone her?
Well, usually when someone
Or you
says,
think
"Let's
there was
stone
like a
her," other people
process
jump
that-
in.
went
No,
through
not
and
about
people
that.
were
This is
little
talk
pieces of
about
shit.
you know?
this is talk about all kind of stuff like
Okay, Emmett does
abuse
have a
and
point.
stoning.
They're
and
I
talking
think
to
that could only be done
Pharisees.
by the Pharisees.
Then what? Well, the Pharisees are talking originally, but it says when the accusers heard this, they slipped away one by one, and the accusers weren't the Pharisees. The accusers would have been the ones that accused her of adultery. So obviously, the accusers took this as applying to them because everyone left, and then no one's left. It's just Jesus and the woman.
Oh, so it
So,
was
I
about
mean-
a person, like an individual.
Yeah, there was a
making
person
reference.
there.
He did- yeah, he
who
did-
was
he-
wanting to be
yes,
stoned.
Yes, usually conversations Mo involve at
Yeah.
least one person.
Well,
but
I knew
often
that,
more.
but that's what you guys were implying. It was wasn't about. He
I
was,
said
he was
he
talking
was-
to an audience. No shit, he was talking to an audience.
He was, yeah. So that's a reasonable distinction to point out if you think about
Go
it.
find it.
No, not. It was irrelevant to
hold
my
on,
point.
hold on.
It was irrelevant to my
First of
point.
all,
You're
as
just trying to
far as I'm
obfuscate
aware-
and do what's fucking red herrings.
I'm not obfuscating
Stoning-
shit with your bad hermeneutics.
Obfuscate.
No, it wasn't.
You'd be a
Stoning
terrible
is Mosaic
Protestant.
law.
You'd be a
Obfuscate
terrible- you'd be
fluence,
like-
yeah.
You'd be a fucking Methodist, Mo. You'd
No,
be a fucking Methodist.
Well,
Well, no, we should give away all. We
will,
got we got to give away all our stuff now because they told that one guy, right?
wait,
Bad
no, I
hermeneutics.
agree. I agree with Confluence. You know, Protestants are fucking terrible.
Yeah, I
we
agree.
have to agree with him.
I agree.
So,
yeah. He's
Yeah.
got
I'd say
It's true.
Methodists are
They're
bad,
fucking
and
terrible.
Protestants that don't apply proper
No, all of them.
hermeneutics are.
You're
are
No,
trying-
you already said
it's
it,
like-
Con.
It's like the shit tier, right? It's like I am the best of the shit. It's, no, I love
Let
that
me tell
song
you what this
anyway.
means. Where'd you find that out?
So
I-
in any
I prayed
prescription
really
that
hard.
Jesus creates,
They have so much,
it is
so much
we have
better.
to- we
Yeah,
have
so
to
much
accept it.
better.
We have to
So
I
much
prayed
better
really
than
hard.
your
Jesus
priest.
talked to my heart.
Yeah, so much
I
better
can
than
feel
your
him in my
priest.
fingers. I
So
can
much
feel him
more
in
of a-
my
that's
toes.
such a more satisfactory answer is my fucking priest told me.
It is a better answer, by the way. It's a lot better.
Yeah, it's like
they
it's
usually
such
not
a-
only tell
This is
you,
why
they
Nietzsche.
tell
This is
you
why
that,
Nietzsche
and
called
they tell you
Christianity a
about.
slave morality. Okay, this is
Yeah, they
unironically
usually-
why.
this
They
is-
Oh,
usually
now
not
he's
only
invoking
tell you
Nietzsche.
what it means, but
There's
they
a lot
also,
of people
also if you
why.
ask him more,
who
like
fit
if
into
you
that
if you
world.
ask him to clarify more, he can tell you about saints. He can tell you about church history. He can tell you about the reasons why. He can.
That was a
quote
little too
more
far. I take
scripture.
that
He
back.
can- he
You'd
can
be
tell
at
you-
least a
he can tell
Lutheran.
you-
Well, I shouldn't say things I can't take
He can
back.
tell
You're
you
not. You wouldn't be
so
a
much.
Methodist.
He can tell you so much about it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine having access to that.
So just to be clear, then is the person Mo? Is that who's in here? Yeah, oh, yeah. So anywhere where we see Jesus talk or give a prescription, it only applies to that specific
It
situation with that
depends on the
specific person he's
prescription. It
referring
depends on
to.
the interpretation.
Yeah, it
right?
depends on context matters.
Why?
Talk to your priest,
I
Alex.
mean, in
Durr.
this case, right? There was no reference to the person or the situation. He just made a prescription about casting the first stone if you don't have sin, and you're saying that that's specific to the person in the situation. That in any
How is he not
prescription
making
he
reference to
gives,
the
only
person? He's
situational.
standing there with the thing that just happened, and he's like basically trying to fight
there
off a
were-
mob from
if there were
stoning someone to
three
death.
other
What the
people-
fuck are you talking about? How does that
If there
make
was
any
no-
fucking sense?
If
Wait,
there were
I wanna-
three
I
other
wanna answer
people
this.
who were going to be
I
stoned
wanna
in that
answer
moment,
this.
No.
do you think
I wanna
There's
answer
no
this. I wanna
reference.
answer this.
the reference?
There's
I wanna answer
absolutely
this
no
because
reference.
Mo, I want
Confluence,
you.
control your panel and
I
answer
am
it.
trying to. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
Confluence,
answer.
order the court.
Order
Shit.
the court.
What is this chaotic mess?
The proper, I think, when we're looking at that passage, Mo, and just real talk, right? All we're given, right? Women
No,
caught
only
in
fake
adultery. They're trying to trap Jesus. So it doesn't seem like it really matters about the woman at all. Whereas like the rich young ruler, we're told that he's like, what can I do to get into heaven? It's a specific conversation. It seems like Jesus is like, he's pointed out as being rich. It seems like Jesus is like hitting on the fact that that's what's like keeping him from like, that's what his like main sin is, right? I think that's a fair distinction to make. The woman in adultery, she's just a random woman caught in adultery. Jesus doesn't even know her. The Pharisees freaking bring Jesus to her. And they assemble a crowd. He's not talking to her. He doesn't know her. She's just an anonymous woman caught in adultery. So I think it makes sense to take that in a general context and not take the rich young ruler.
Based on what?
general
How do you make the
Based
distinction
on,
there?
based on what I just explained,
No,
that
how
rich
do
young
you?
ruler is, we're told that he's rich and that he's young and that he's asking
Yeah.
Jesus a specific question.
So
Jesus
yeah,
gives
why
him a
if
specific
well no
answer.
if that's the case, if that's what's keeping him, why would that be a prescription for everyone? Well, how can you decide that
Not
that's
everyone
not?
may be kept by that.
Well,
How do you know?
Yeah, that's
Just because, well, you don't, I guess.
Oh, you don't?
may fall
Oh.
into that, but I don't think he was saying.
That's a shame you don't have
because
some way
you
to
have
figure that
money,
out.
You must give it away. Else
yeah, I
you
mean,
will be in
like Mo,
whatever.
if your argument is
He's
I
speaking
can't
to the
understand
person
any
in
scripture or
themselves.
passage at all, then sure, you can always retreat back to your orthodoxy.
I'm
and
just
say,
asking.
I retreat
I
back to
simply
that.
ask, how did you
You
know?
can't
And you
retreat
said
back
you
to
don't
that.
know.
It's
So
called
what do you
using
want from me? I'm
language.
just asking
Yeah,
a simple
no,
question.
I
No,
gave you
Mo,
a
no, Mo.
specific
Well,
It's
answer.
called
you-
understanding a
I
fucking sentence.
No.
That's
Mo,
all.
what you have to do is listen to these people. Listen. To
Yeah,
the
I guess.
atheists.
Can
The atheists
you
will
pray
tell you-
and
will tell
feel
you what
Jesus
is
in
the
your
way to do
toes
it
and
correctly.
Hold on.
tell me?
Question.
I got my
So,
feelings.
I have a question, okay? I have a
So,
question.
panel, what do you think? What do you
I
think? I,
got
said
this
those
feeling
theologically
that-
untoward.
Just one slip up.
Can I
You
ask
said
one question
you
really
said
quick?
Jesus didn't know her,
Can I ask?
and
can I-
through our theology, Jesus would have obviously knew her.
No, that's bad theology. That's actually bad
Really? Are you
theology.
sure?
God
Because
wouldn't know her.
Christ is good.
Yes, no. What? Read.
I think the
freaking-
filthy
read
Protestant is right.
Hebrews. Read Hebrews.
God
It
wouldn't know that
says in-
woman.
Yeah,
No, wait, you
God
guys-
knew his followers without
You guys
meeting
trigger
them.
me. You guys trigger me so much because you say stuff that the Orthodox Church disagrees with you on. The Orthodox Church is
No.
not Jesus.
Hold up. I'm
God is
asking
omniscient.
questions. I'm not making
You're-
any
no, you guys
declarative
are laughing.
statements.
Hold
You guys
on,
are
that's how you
laughing
can
as if
go
what
to
I'm
jail,
saying
Mo.
is ridiculous.
I
And the
know.
Orthodox Church agrees with me. Jesus was not omniscient on earth. That's what your own church teaches, and you're
Especially
fucking laughing
Europe.
as if I'm saying something stupid, even though I'm saying what your fucking church believes, which is
Mm.
crazy.
Well, I mean, Jesus shows multiple times in the Bible that he would know of someone without meeting them.
Yes, he obviously. He
So-
obviously.
so-
obviously
So
so
wait a minute.
wouldn't know
You're
this
saying
one,
that
then.
you're saying that as far as like like divine power in Jesus, he can like heal people, walk on water. But
Yes,
we
but
put
he
a
made
but we
himself
put a limit
lesser
on
to
like
not
knowing
those
Susie's
things.
name by looking at her. Okay, got
I'm
it.
saying I'm saying he could have. I'm saying he doesn't automatically know. that
He doesn't
this is
automatically
what-
know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's
This
a little
is
too
what-
far. It's not,
This
you know,
is what your church,
walking
maybe
on
before
water
walking-
and,
maybe
you
before
know,
walking
healing
in,
the
Mo,
sick and
maybe you should look it
chasing
up
out
before you mock your
demons.
own
That's
church's beliefs.
minor things
Mo,
compared to
Mo,
looking at
maybe you
someone
should-
and
I'm just saying,
knowing their
Mo,
name.
Maybe you should look up. Maybe you should look up what your own church believes before you mock it, because you're mocking the actual official Orthodox.
I'm mocking
stance,
what you're saying.
which is the official Orthodox stance that Jesus does not just
So
automatically bring
so
all
the
of his
official
omniscience,
Orthodox
his omniscience
stance.
is God.
Wait, Confluence, you're talking for the church?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm telling you what the
He's
stance
telling you
is.
what the
what-
church's stance.
yeah, I'm
You're-
not
you're-
speaking for the church. I'm saying what your
you're-
church says.
Yeah. Okay, let's.
It's like if I say
I don't need to
Orthodox
go to
Church says
church, right? I
Christ
can
is
just go
God.
to you and you will tell me what
No,
the church
okay,
says,
yeah,
right?
nice, good argument, Emmett. Such
I'm
a
just
high
asking.
quality-
I'm just
such a
asking
high
you. You
quality
say that you
question.
know what the church
Just a,
says. So
mwah,
I
what
was
a
doing this
beautiful
wrong.
argument.
Instead of going to church, I
What a,
just
yeah,
go to
that's yeah, no,
Confluence,
that's what a
the
what a
sometimes
great
prophet.
argument. What a great argument, Emmett.
I'm
That's
just
so
well,
that's so
what you said,
perspication,
right?
so relevant. Yeah, exactly what I said.
Didn't you say
True,
that
Emmett,
was the
true.
position of the church?
Just like if I say that Christ is God and that's what the Orthodox Church believes, then you could rightly respond, I guess I shouldn't go to church. I guess I should just ask you, Confluence, because you're speaking on behalf of the church. That would be retarded, right?
Except,
That'd be
except every
retarded,
time I
'cause I'm
talk
just
to
telling
people,
you-
I literally said
just
that's not the
telling you
position
what
of the
the Orthodox
church. That's my
Church-
interpretation.
Well, let me
look,
let
you
me
don't
make
have
this
the
point right
stone,
quick.
right?
So
Hey, that-
wait. So let me ask you this,
Orthodox
Confluence.
Christ is God. That's
Has
fucking
a
retarded.
Official interpretation of
Was
something.
under
Does that
under
mean you're not allowed to
since
cite it
you
because
know
it's
so
not
much
true?
about Orthodoxy, under Orthodoxy was
don't know so much.
was Jesus fully God and fully human? Or-
Yes, the hypostasis. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so he was fully God, but he couldn't.
Yes,
He
he
couldn't
made
look at
himself
some-
lesser.
But
Yes,
he
made
couldn't
himself-
look
this
at
is what-
someone
this is
and
what
know their
Hebrews is
name?
talking about.
He could if he chose
he
to.
He
Could.
could. Oh, he could. Okay.
If he
Okay.
chose
So that's a
to. I
different
already
answer
said that.
than what you
I
just gave
said that
earlier. You
5 minutes ago. I don't know. Is my mic low? I feel like there's been multiple
Yeah,
times
your
where I'm
mic
like saying,
sucks.
does it? What?
I'm
What
being
why does
honest.
it? How does it suck?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Why
When
is
Mo
it-
talks, it drowns you out.
It
though.
seemed like
Okay, what
he
about-
knew
is it
he only
better?
knew what he needed to know.
So here's the thing.
Sounds
Maybe
better.
maybe it's turned itself down.
I don't look. Here's the answer. I don't like fully know all the intricacies, right? But I think it's just wild that you're able to make. You feel like you can make a declarative statement and be certain on it. That's what I think is hilarious.
I know what Mo. I'm making it declare. I can read like doctrinal statements and I can just like say what they're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
He just
like
can
I'm
read them.
confident. I'm
Danger.
confident that Christ is fully like what you just asked me, Mo. You asked me, is Christ fully God and fully human? I am very confident telling you that yes, the Orthodox teaches that yes. Is that I don't think that's arrogant for me to read
Hey, hold on. Is
what
he
the
allowed to
church
say
councils
that,
are
Mo?
saying.
But that's
Mo,
not
is he
what you
allowed to
were
say that, or
doing.
should he say you'll have to ask a priest?
But yeah, but before
This
you were
is-
making
this
a
is what
statement
the-
of. Oh yeah, go
No,
ahead.
Mo. Does he? Can he
This-
say that?
this
Is
is-
he allowed to say
this-
that?
This is not what you were doing. You were literally quoting a scripture and giving interpretation of it, and then you
No,
were
I was
saying that
telling
that is the
you-
way, and that,
No,
that is what
two separate
Alexander was
things.
saying, and then
Two
you went
separate
on and
things.
it's like, yeah. Wait, you said that Jesus. You said that in the scripture that we were talking about, Jesus Christ didn't know the person, right?
I'm not saying I didn't say that's what the Orthodox Church says.
I'm
said that-
saying that that's what you said, right?
Yes, yeah, that's not yeah.
That-
Obviously,
okay,
I'm
is
a
that
Protestant. I'll give you my interpretation of Scripture all fucking day.
and
Obviously,
There you go.
theologian in
So
the
you're
world
actually giving us
agrees that he did not
interpretation.
know this person.
yes, obviously, Emmett. What the
Okay.
yeah? Holy,
Or at least
welcome
if
to
he did,
30 minutes
there was
past in
no
the
indication that
conversation.
he
So
did.
that's what we were talking
But hold
about,
on.
right? We were
Wow.
talking about
Hold on.
interpretation.
Hold on. May I ask?
Okay.
If there was like two other people about to be stoned and people were just
Mm.
waiting there, right? Like stones in hand, and Jesus said that, do you think that they would think, oh, he's just talking about her. We can still stone these guys. Or do you think they might
I think
consider
it would
that he's
depend on.
letting them know too that, hey, this you can't
It
Hey,
do
would-
this.
75
it would
bucks,
depend,
75
If you were
the-
in that
the-
situation, how would you respond?
I think
How-
it would depend on the person.
Which interpretation do you think would be a fair interpretation by anyone?
First off, it's very hard to know because it didn't happen. Second, it would probably go to the church, and the church might be the only one who can answer that question.
There was
And third off,
which
there
church would it go
there
to
is
at the
the
time?
Orthodox Church
At the
obviously.
time,
And I said, you asked me a question right now, so I can go back in time to ask Jesus, but I'll put it on my to-do list for tomorrow.
okay, please do.
I will try to go back in time to ask that, right? But since today, the only thing I can do to be the closest towards that answer would be to go to the church. I would go to the church. And
Okay.
the last thing I will say is the church has done executions for people who have done horrible things. So I don't think the execution is bad in and of themselves. He was talking, I think the
They-
interpretation that I have seen most. And it's
Let's
mine,
see.
again, not
I wasn't
talking
even
forward,
talking.
not-
I wasn't even
Vara.
talking there.
not talking
But fine, and I'll even hit you with the bum 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 bum.
Why can't you live alone?
Not talking for the
That
church,
Jesus
but the
is God?
interpretation would
Tell
be that
me,
it
are
would
all American
depend
people
on,
are so
on
church bound?
first the authority of
I'm
the
not
authority
really
that
sure
is
I understand the
in
question,
state
Vara.
and how they see it.
But
Maybe if the execution is
I
done or not.
mean, I think it's like 60% of Americans identify as Christians, but that doesn't
I'm
mean
just
that
saying,
they're
if
churchgoers
there were
necessarily,
two
right?
other people about to be stoned there, and he said that loudly for the crowd to hear, do you think that any reasonable person would say, "Oh, he's just talking about her. We can still stone these fools"?
Well, if we're going about ad populum, I don't know because I'm not a lot of people. And if we're talking about whether or not that happened and what would be the correct interpretation, again, I don't know.
Well, what was the
Because
interpretation of the people
the
at
closest-
this particular stoning?
The closest thing that I have to the interpretation would be the church, and I would go to the church to ask
What was
that
the
question.
interpretation of the people in this particular stoning?
That they shouldn't stone the person that he was, talking about. I think it's Marie Magdalene.
Well, that's a theory posed by
I said I
King
think
in
I
the
don't
6th
even
century, but-
I'm not entirely sure.
yeah, it okay. So you can't like assume, you can't like put yourself in the position of someone there and think about whether he might.
I
mean
can
you
assume
too.
anything I want, but would that be a correct? Would that actually be correct for me to tell you? Like, would I
Yeah,
be giving
yeah,
you
it
a
would.
true statement?
It wouldn't be. You can't give me a true statement at all. You can just give me your opinion. on it.
Exactly.
I'm not
So
asking
why
you
would
for-
I?
I'm not asking you. For,
Perfect. Then my statement is yes. That would be like, God will be there. They realize that they are actual adulterers. They will be like, yes, sure, this is the law, and we fulfill the law.
Well, I'm glad we settled
yes,
that.
they should continue and
Mhm.
stone the other people.
That's what I said, right?
Oh, okay. So they should have stoned her too. There's no reason not to.
No, there was a reason not to.
Why?
Because he said no. Because he's
didn't
God
say
and he has
no.
the authority, right? He said,
He didn't
well, the
say
first
no.
one. He said the one that has no sin throw the first stone. Nobody did it. He was like, okay, well, my mercy. But he didn't say that to the others. The other was like, yeah, well, you go first, Peter.
He wasn't really being.
That's what he
prescriptive
said
about
in my
this. He was just telling
interpretation.
them this one's off limits. He likes to do his favoritism sometimes. All right.
In
good to know.
my interpretation, that's exactly what happened. He was like, hey, you know what, Peter? I called you Peter for a
My
reason.
timer is absolutely up. You gaslighters. You
I don't know.
gaslighters.
That seemed like a quick 2 minutes to me. That was quick.
That was more than 3 minutes if you think about it.
No, that was. I don't
Look,
know.
everyone has to
No,
understand. I'm gonna spurg a little harder, okay?
You were looking at the wrong.
Okay?
You were looking at the
I'm
wrong
streaming
number
for
on
half
the
the
stopwatch. You were looking
so
at the
I have to double the
microseconds.
spurg. Okay?
Do it, Cam.
So I'm gonna get more angry. I'm gonna spurg more. I got half the time. I gotta get twice as much dopamine into the same amount of time.
I don't
okay?
know.
Or into half the
I don't think you
time.
have it in you.
I'm trying, okay?
I don't
So-
know. I think you're going to sell a promise short, and you're going to disappoint the people in the chat, Confluence. And you're
Confluence has to
spurting
end his
yourself.
streams at like 10:30 at Central Standard Time
why are
now,
you
which
such
is
a pansy
terrible.
now?
He's got a real job.
His
What time
You got a
constant-
real
He's
job.
got a
What time
job.
do you have to wake up?
I gotta wake up at 6 a.m. And so if I
And you
end the
need more
stream,
than like 6 hours of sleep.
well, it takes me
Yeah,
a
what are
bit
you?
to fall
What are
asleep.
you doing?
It takes me a
Like
bit to fall asleep.
road construction
Well,
work?
Confluence
Tired,
has
it
to
won't
read
take you
through
as
all
long,
my
right?
He's got his hard hat on.
stuff that I
I haven't been sleeping good for the past couple of years, so it's like it takes a hot minute. And last night, oh god, okay, that was a bit of a side tangent, but do you know when a computer like does like a fatal crash and it like ear rapes you? Do you guys know what I'm talking about with that?
Yes.
No.
Explain.
Where it's like it'll
You
like be
mean blue
playing
screen of
audio
death?
and then but it'll like the audio, and if it's playing something, it'll like hit the same thing and it'll delay, so it'll be like in a rapid, and it'll just
Oh, yeah.
I was falling asleep. I was asleep. It was like 3 a.m. I'm fast asleep, sleeping like a baby. It's playing like Eric Rosen's chess videos, and all of a sudden, and I'm not even awake for this, and all of a sudden, fucking rapes me, and I so loud, jump scares me, and then I was just awake since like 3, so I got like barely any sleep last night.
Why are you
Something that
leaving
only
your
happens,
computer
like,
on
a
to play
fatal-
videos while you sleep?
Because I fall asleep to the sweet sounds of Eric Rosen, and I used to fall asleep to Jack
You.
Ditsky, but then he fucking died. Okay, you know, I'm sorry to
I
make.
thought you fell asleep to my anti-Semitic stuff
No.
that I sent you.
Well, yeah, if you put him in a playlist, I would. Okay,
To be fair, Eric Rosen is not the worst.
and if BB was making more long speeches, I'd be falling asleep to him. Or if Marilyn would make me a mixtape,
If he
of
was
Roller
alive,
Deep
if he was
in
alive.
ASMR format. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, if BB was alive, like I said, I
Right?
have
Did you listen
confirmation
to
that BB
song
is
the-
not
last
alive.
night? Did you listen to that song last night?
What song?
I sent you a song yesterday.
Okay, too. You sent me 14 things
way.
today. Okay, you sent me 14
know.
things today. I simply
It's-
cannot. I simply cannot listen to all of them.
I sent you that.
If you were a
AI
real
song.
friend, you'd watch every single one.
Yeah, come on, Confluence.
Because then everyone I watch, it leads me down like a fact checking rabbit hole. Because I'm like, I don't think this sounds accurate, and then it's like each one takes like 30 minutes to go
Well,
through.
that's why you shouldn't bother. You should just accept it on face value. Why you got to do all this fact checking nonsense?
Yeah,
He's
well,
clearly
Mossad-
already fact checked it for you.
Mossad makes me okay. You know, so I have to know. I have to know what the anti-Semites are saying. The anti-Zionist
BB, come back.
losers. Okay.
You can blame the war on me.
On me.
There was.
Did you say BB come back?
That's-
BB, come
Oh
back.
no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Hold on, hold
This is
on.
diabolical,
hold on, I'll put
Doomrag.
that
This
song
is
in the
so
back check,
cruel.
Alex.
This is the
Alex
cruelest
said
thing you've
Alex.
ever said.
Yeah,
Put
she
that
probably only
song in the
charged like
back check.
$19.99 an
Take a
hour
look.
too. Do
That's
it.
so that cuts
I
deep,
already
Doomrag.
did.
That's a low
It's in my
blow.
back.
Wait, too. What'd you say? Okay,
My
tell me.
handler's
I'm
rage
worried.
page. It is actually confirmed.
Thinking about should I click this or
I
not?
said I could
They
put
told
that
me I
song
could
in the
say
back
it.
chat, but I think Emmett said he beat me to it.
Yeah, I already put it in the back.
I can't
There-
give you my.
there's an
It's my
actual
handlers.
song?
I can't give you a
Oh
source.
no.
Yeah, it's an AI song. It's an AI song.
Why don't you play it for us, Con? Be a
I don't
G.
think so. I'm gonna get copyright struck. I need to have like a
Just
few
be-
streams that
It's an
don't
AI
get
song.
like.
It's AI.
I know. It doesn't matter. Whoever
Yeah.
posted the video is gonna. I mean, I'll do it. But the next time I talk to you fuckers, I'm gonna tell you about how I got copyright struck. 'Cause it definitely is gonna happen. But I'll play it.
Oh, that is fucked up. That is all sorts of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a great song.
That is amazing. Gotta get that smooth jazz in there.
Man, this is smooth.
It's what neocons listen to.
I'm gonna be so sad if BB's actually gone. You know.
I hope that was teardrops.
It's Netanyahu, Kanye.
Waste of time. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see what was coming. 'Cause everything's about you. Baby, come back. You can blame the war on me.
This is untoward.
Why?
BB would not like this. BB would absolutely
come
not like
back.
this.
You can
Yeah, absolutely
That
not like
song
this.
is stuck in my
Now
head
you're gonna
for
get
life.
woken up at 3 a.m. by Mossad agents kicking down your door,
Yeah,
asking
pretty
for
much.
answers. Want to know why you broke the contract?
That song is stuck
This
in my
is
head for
big
life.
fun,
Fuck
fun.
me. I'll never hear that song and think anything but BB.
That
Holy
channel
shit.
makes some pretty good cover songs too. You should check out.
Wait, what channel even was that?
Uh,
Hard Archive.
I'm
Never
I'm so
heard
glad
of
that
it.
I've learned so much and got so much insight on the Rachel Wilson interview. This is great.
Oh yeah, it was
It's just a
amazing.
clickbait to trick people to come in.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that that's just his plan, his little.
I was
scheme.
intending to watch it. I
He
mean, we
does-
still can.
I don't think
Technically.
he'll ever actually. Did you even start it yet?
No.
They basically
Technically,
just did their
Want the
introductions.
technical answer or like the spiritual anagogical answer?
Very
you haven't
speaking,
even hit the play button. At least
Anagogically, I
yesterday
think
we
we
did.
started it technically. But
This is the second
Literally-
stream with that title, and you
literally-
haven't started the video.
In a technical
Anecdote-
sense, that's pedantic
Anecdotally.
though. That's you're
Holy,
being pedantic.
this is like next level grifting. Holy shit!
I don't even think I derailed. It wasn't me today.
I don't think you can
Clickbait.
derail him. I think he
Drifting
is
all in one.
like derail, right?
I'm like today especially. I'm so overtired that I am like, yeah, I think I'm derailing myself.
You got a
This
real
entire
job
time.
now, Confluence.
Well, maybe we can watch some of it. We can get like a new contentious issue to fight about.
We can, and then at least I can say I technically watched
doubt
some
you
of
would
it.
make
Yeah, it would be a little I don't know, questionable if you make it to a third stream and you still haven't hit the play button.
That's
Just
true.
saying. Oh wow.
Okay. Am I doing it right?
No, you're getting close.
All right. Look, I'll learn as we go.
This is the
okay?
first time actually we've had a woman on Ash. You asked me, like, do you usually have women? I'm like, I just never really even thought of it.
I'm
This
gonna
will
get
make
me
the
some
feminist
whiskey.
so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she thinks she can just do stuff with the boys.
Yeah, like Demi Moore in the
What a
80s.
pick me. What a pick me.
Yeah, that's what they'll do. But the truth is that did happen. There were a bunch of remember it was a big thing for models to smoke cigars, and they're like Christy Brinkley and Demi Moore, like
Yeah.
a G.I. Jane, and she's like,
Yeah.
I just love smoking with the boys. I remember reading in a magazine, like a cigar magazine, said, "What's your favorite cigar?" She was like, I really like a Torpedo.
Not to derail, but do you guys like late 90s
Well,
Kate Moss
like-
smoking cigarettes?
her
How do you
name
guys
was.
feel about that? Women smoking cigarettes. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it unappealing?
If she smokes, she
Indifferent.
pokes. That's what I was told.
Nah, I find it disgusting.
Yeah,
me too,
it's a
to be
little
honest.
I just don't like the
unappealing.
taste.
It depends on the amount or the attractiveness level of the woman. I think it can. There's definitely is an appeal if they're
So
like,
really, it doesn't
cool.
matter. It could be
in a cool
she could be
way.
doing anything and she's attractive, and you'd simp for it. Got it.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
It can be if it's
No,
Marilyn, it's
I-
fine. Okay, if it's Marilyn.
no,
it's
see,
fine.
no, Marilyn smoking a cigarette, I don't think it would work. And nothing to do with attractiveness. It's just like you have to have a vibe as a woman. I think to like a bit of
it's
mystique.
kinda like-
Whiskey.
It's
I
kind of
heard
like
she
eating
likes
a
cigarettes,
banana.
but not how
There's
you
a
think
way to do it that's like
our cigars.
acceptable, and there's a way to do it that's very suggestive.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm sure Marilyn's taking notes right now, Con. She'll probably start smoking.
Well,
for
that's
you.
true. Actually, see, yeah, the red lipstick. I mean, Grace Thorpe. I'm not saying, but the red lipstick does add to the cigarette appeal. I would say Grace Thorpe, I think, smokes too many cigarettes, but there is like a
Grace
vibe
Thorpe
to
is
it.
not hot. She's like a 4 on a good day.
Yeah, I don't. Do,
She's definitely an attractive person. I think. I don't-
licked his lips when she showed her foot.
Like,
no,
for real? You really think so?
Not. I think she's attractive.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Con's level is really low. He likes Marilyn, so let's call a
Okay,
spade a
Compass
spade.
loves Marilyn, except Marilyn broke his heart yesterday, so now he's really not sure how he feels about Marilyn anymore.
Why did
But
she broke your heart?
because she told me
He
I asked
found
her-
out she was booking with other guys.
Yeah, pretty much. And I asked her if she has Anson, if Anson actually has her number, and then she's like, yes. And I was like, okay. I'm like, maybe I could tolerate that. And then Anson said that they talk on the phone all
Till
the
they fall
time. And I was
asleep,
like,
yeah.
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, what? Okay.
Wait, is
It's
she
crazy.
out of your list?
Oh, the Sim Pass? Oh,
Yes.
that's well, I did say to her yesterday that I was thinking about changing what's underneath my pillow in my it still is if we go to it. It still is.
Wait,
it still is
it's
her.
really-
It's very
It still is, but I'm considering doing this. Watch. Boom. That's how easy you can be gone, Mara. You see that? You see that?
Damn,
You're coping so hard right
you're coping so hard.
It's just
Yeah.
a conversation. If I found out Alex was having conversation with Anson, I don't think I could talk to Alex anymore. You know what I mean? So like, it's just like it's Anson. It's not
You know
so
what,
much
though?
like
I actually
if
get that. I
Marilyn
get
was
it.
talking to Mo, that'd be
No, I
like, okay,
get
that's
it.
probably like
You're
it's probably
right,
not
that is-
degenerate,
that is-
but
that
it's
is completely
Anson.
fucked.
It's like yeah, like Anson's
There's
not
no-
saying
there's
God,
no
don't
definition
even
where
say
that's
that.
okay.
right. That's the thing. It's like yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad. There's no
It's
definition.
like, what would
You
Anson
say
be
that.
talking about? You know, like he's obviously saying degenerate shit, right?
Kind of,
So you
More
know,
than likely.
yeah. So it's just that's untoward. You know, I'm gonna ban the phone emote. Can I ban an emote from chat? Is that a thing I can
All right,
do?
so we got like
Actually see
2
that.
words out of this freaking interview, and then we got
Video.
derailed to get
Back
on
to the
Maryland bullshit.
Well, it was the cigarettes, but I will say a woman smoking a cigar, never attractive, in my opinion. Never. A cigarette, especially if it's one of those like cigarette holders, you know, I don't know what they're called, but like what Audrey Hepburn has in the back of my, well, no, she's not holding it in my photo, but you know, the famous thing where it's like the thing that holds a cigarette. You know what I'm talking about.
You mean a cigarette? You mean a cigarette holder?
Is that just what it's, I thought it had a fancier name, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe just called a cigarette holder.
What kind of a fancier name are you thinking of?
There's one that's referred to as a bundle of sticks holder. We can talk about that. Yeah, there's that holder.
I feel like it probably does have a fancier name. Cigarette holder. It's called a cigarettino. That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, you thought that? That's what you.
Did anyone believe that?
Like
Ah, you did believe that, Mo. Ha, got him.
That's a shape. A torpedo is a shape of a cigar. It's not an actual brand. Like it's just like this is a I don't know, this is like a Churchill. That's a Robusto. Just different size.
They were like, what's your favorite gun to carry? And she was like, I like a 9mm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like a 9mm. I like a one that I hold in my hand. You ever see G.I. Jane? That's a perfect way to start this off. What a piece of shit that movie was.
That came out when I was in high school.
Oh.
So yes.
Did you believe it?
No.
Did you believe when she's like, she puts down her gun, I'm like, okay, with her own sergeant? She's
No,
like,
I didn't believe it at all. And here's why. And I think this was a big benefit to me growing up. I grew up out in the country on farms with boys. I was a tomboy myself. And when you grow up in the creek, you know, trying to catch crawfish with boys, or they throw you in the shit pits
Wait a minute.
on the farm, on the
Pause
dairy
a second.
farm or whatever, you try to go hunting with them and stuff like that.
Please, point of pause. Where is Rachel from? She just said something that seems to be. She said crawfish. Northerners say crawdaddy. Well, no, Northerners say crayfish. And
I say crayfish.
And she also said creeks. Is she from like Louisiana or something?
I think
Or
she
Mississippi?
said that she's from Minnesota.
Does she not have a
Minnesota.
wiki page? You think she'd be big enough to get a wiki page?
It's Wikipedia. It's just gonna be nothing like she's she's evil. She's mean. She's
Yeah, but it would probably say where she's born. It would probably say where she's born. No, is what I'm saying.
She's born hell. That's where she's born from. That's what it's gonna say. It's fucking Wikipedia.
Can I not find this out? I'm worried that
It's just
Rachel
very
Wilson, the
odd for me to hear
actress, that's
that,
who I'm
right?
talking
Because
about.
She doesn't have one.
Louisiana, I thought they called them crawdaddies because
no, they call them
Rage
crawfish.
Page.
No, every
Wait,
fucking
doesn't
coon ass calls them crawfish. That crawdaddy thing is like something we emphasize to make fun of people who think we say it that way.
I think Rage Page calls them crawdaddies. Don't you, Rage Page?
Once again, she's.
Oh, maybe crawfish. Okay, maybe I'm crazy.
Crawfish. Yeah, crawfish.
Oh wait, Big Soda says maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Big Soda, do you actually say crawdads?
Every time I've referenced them, yeah. And like my area of South Carolina, we call them crawdads.
Everyone makes fun of me when I
South
say
Carolina. Okay.
coyotes
Well,
instead
in
of
Louisiana,
coyote.
Mississippi, Southern Texas, Florida, it's crawfish. Put some crawfish in a gumbo.
Oh wait, I say crayfish. Yeah, I don't say crawfish.
Yeah. That's what
crayfish.
Yankees say. Yankees say crayfish. Yes.
Yeah. That's the proper way to say it.
No, that's the Yankee way
You
to say it.
actually find out
Yeah.
that you're very different
Civilized
from the
way.
boys, and that you cannot do the same things the boys can do in the same way that the boys can do it. Whereas I think if you're like a city girl and you grow up really insulated from that, you really think that you can fight a 6'2" ICE agent in
Yeah.
the streets of Minneapolis.
You watch the ballerina and you're like, it does make just
Are you
as
actually
much
from
sense.
Ohio, Brandon?
Basically.
It's the same. But to be fair, I do think you probably fare better in the shit pits than I would because I don't even know what that means.
Oh,
Is it
well,
a pit? Oh shit.
Yes.
Okay.
On dairy farms, there's troughs that run behind all the cows, and all of the waste, liquid and solid, just runs down and it goes into a huge pit, and then they
fuck are
suck
they
it up
talking
and
about?
spray it on the cornfields for fertilizer.
Troughs.
So you have these huge
You know what
pits
trough
of
is?
just cow pee and poop
Yeah, that's-
that are just sitting there fermenting.
I call them trows,
And
though.
Some of my friends
I
thought it was
call
a
them
really
trows.
funny thing to do.
Probably.
To pick me
That
up
wouldn't
and throw me in
surprise
it.
Mm.
So that was a good time.
So it's like carry with shit
Yes.
instead of pig's blood. And it's aptly named. It's a little on the nose, but now you learn something new every time. And speaking of learning something new, here we have your book, and hopefully you've been selling a lot of copies since sitting down with,
sure.
with Joe.
Been doing very well.
Good.
I think we cracked
You
the
said
top
often.
50 in books overall on Amazon, which is kind of unheard of for a self-published book.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of funny too? You would think it'd be all self-published,
Yeah,
but
good for
there
her.
still are a few kind of major publishers that tend to dominate.
Yeah, most of the top 100 is all mainline published stuff.
I haven't got my
not
copy yet.
Self-published stuff on Amazon even, so
Well,
pretty crazy.
let me get the generic stuff out of the way as far as but I do think this is something. It sounds generic, but for people who are tuning in, like I'm sure you run into this. It's kind of old hat for you because you've been doing this for so long. But you must pretty often still run into someone who's just shocked when you deliver the first bits of information, like on women's suffrage, the 19th.
Yeah.
So for people who may be new, and I can't recommend the book enough. I mean, it's pretty meticulously researched. I know it took you a long time to do. Let's start with this. What do you think? What's the single biggest thing that people, and in particular women, get wrong about? Let's start with women's suffrage, the right to vote.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest misconception?
Well, everybody assumes that the reason there was a push to give women suffrage is because women demanded it.
Right.
That it was a grassroots thing that women looked around and went, "Oh my God, we're oppressed. This is
This is
terrible.
what I
We
predicted.
need."
This is a good impression of the women, though.
Pre-watch.
Yeah. Oh my
I
God,
feel like
this
they
is
sound.
terrible. We
Lips that touch liquor will never touch ours. Like, oh, your
lips that touch wine shall
your
never touch mine.
sore riddled scurvy lips. Whatever will I do? Not
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah. Everybody looked at Susan B. Anthony and they were like, "Darn, I wish she would, was more into guys." Yeah, I'm sure everybody was.
I'm sure there was like a token black back then who was like, Susan B. Anthony got a fat ass.
Probably. Actually, a lot of the suffrage movement kind of overlapped with and piggybacked off of like a lot of the blacks' rights, civil rights stuff
Yeah.
post Civil War, which a lot of those people did not appreciate. They were like, why are these rich white like urban women
Yeah.
trying to like throw their plight in with us and act like they're oppressed?
Oh, they always do that. That was
They
when it was
always do.
was it
They're,
Prop,
they're doing it now.
Prop 8 with gay marriage? They're like,
Yeah.
it's just like civil rights. And it's like, don't compare the plight, like, because slavery, obviously horrible, obviously wrong. Like, that doesn't mean that I support reparations, but yes, slavery is objectively bad. Don't compare that to friction.
I will allow the side quest.
So they always do that. But let's go back to, because I got off with
God.
the pseudo Tracy Morgan. So it wasn't coming.
Oh my goodness.
Should have given a trigger warning for that.
Yeah,
one.
that's
Jeez,
that's
that's a-
nightmare fuel.
That's the last thing you'll see before you die. That's my
Imagine
fucking
waking
sleep
up
paralysis
at 3
demon.
a.m.
Jesus.
and opening your eyes and that's standing over you, just breathing heavy.
Wait, is that a Catholic priest?
What?
Kind of looks like a Franciscan a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a kind of a Franciscan.
Maybe she was like kind of a baddie when she was young though. We gotta look up a young Susan B. Anthony. Oh well, no, she always
Hey,
young.
oh boy, look at that jaw.
she got
That is a
that
strong
big soda
jaw.
nose.
Yeah, that's untoward.
And yeah, the
No
jaw.
wonder
looks like an
she hates everything.
She looks like an actual witch, like a literal witch. I don't mean that to be mean, but she just literally looks like a witch.
Well, yeah, they were all into
Very
witchcraft,
witch-coded.
right? Were they all into
Yeah.
witchcraft? Yeah, so
That's a whole
that fits.
alcohol feminism thing, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does fit. It's kind of
When
crazy.
you got time, can you
He's been jaw
full
maxing.
screen for a second?
she's been mewing.
She's been crushing it. Wow.
Is this what you're making?
Yes. It's gonna...
It's kind of badass.
That is pretty badass. How
I'm
much
just
does that
gonna
cost?
Is
It's
are the
probably so
chains that
overpriced, though.
are the
That's what I'm worried
chains
about.
that hang off of it what you use to strap the heretics to the front?
Only
Like
only
Mad Max style.
We're only gonna strap Confluence to the front.
Well,
wouldn't
that
mind being on the side of a tank
you
like
repeat
that.
yourself, sir.
Heretic adjacent, okay.
The thing that I will I'm not gonna well, it's not hard to find. It costs $70.
I guess it could be worse. I feel like a Lego set that size would probably be like 200.
Yeah, probably yeah. But you have to
Lego's like
understand that
crazy
you have to do
expensive.
a
It's
bunch of-
mental.
I also had to get like the paints and all the crazy stuff. And I'm gonna do hard camo, pink hard camo. It's gonna be the theme of the thing.
Isn't that what? That's what you have as like your profile picture or whatever. Not your profile picture. What am I trying to say? Your thumbnail. Don't you have a pink tank sometimes?
Yeah. That was done by.
Okay. Susan B. Anthony, when she was actually young. I mean,
why are you trying to make this work?
Better. It's at least better. Like, I think it's because she's looking like straight on, so you
That's
can't
before
see
she
the
sold her
dimensionality
soul
of her
to
chin.
Satan.
Yeah, this could be like pre being witch coded.
I don't believe what
She
you're
doesn't
saying.
look too
You
bad, but
showed
then
me-
they did her dirty on this coin. My God. They did her so dirty.
They gave her
I
that
think she's
Thomas,
missing her little hat.
they gave her that Thomas Jefferson nose.
I'm sorry, but you showed me a Catholic priest, a Franciscan, and now you're showing me this. This makes no sense.
She really
disagree
has
with
to.
your
She's someone that
sources.
has to. If you were with her, you would always have to be looking at her like straight on. Like,
Yeah,
you couldn't-
yeah.
it has to
Definitely
be-
one of those.
You can never
you
see
gotta
the
make
side
straight on, yeah.
profile. You just have to. You have to be like a chicken with your like head, moving to like always be stay in the same spot. 'Cause otherwise,
Preferred
yeah.
angle, yeah.
Yeah, maybe she did deserve men's rights after looking at her.
First trans Susan B. Anthony.
Explain to people because everyone thinks, well, women wanted it, and men were like, you should do. No,
Yeah. No, so
It says it
they had a
is.
big PR problem throughout
this
the
is a
whole,
Medium page, so-
first wave suffrage movement through the 1800s. It was not popular. It was deeply unpopular with all of America, but especially with women. In fact, in the history of women's suffrage, Susan B. Anthony said, and Elizabeth Stady Canton as well, they said we'd never get this passed if it was up to women.
Right.
If it was just women voting on it, we would never get it passed. In fact, they had a lot of early referendums in certain states, like in Massachusetts, they had a big one where it was like only 4% of eligible women who could vote in the referendum on whether they wanted the vote on the ballot at all, even bothered to show up. And the ones that did show up voted for it, but it was like a tiny minority. And every time they would poll or, let women vote in referendums, they would say no.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like deeply, deeply unpopular. And there was more women who were groups of members of anti-suffrage groups than pro-suffrage groups.
No, because here's the butt chin here rage page. Okay, this is the same. See, you can see it here. Oh, wrong comment.
But what about the older one?
Half
I
of
think
women,
that's what she's saying.
they had really good reasons.
Well, I think she's
So-
had like
That was
wrinkles
gonna be
at
my
that
next
point,
question.
and I
You
think it
don't know
covers up
why?
the.
Because I remember the
the
first time I heard
chin
this.
is
I know
my
we
theory.
referenced her. Karen Strawn was around. She's Canadian a long time ago.
Mhm.
In a similar space to what you do. But I would, and this is not at all a slight to her. She's great. I highly recommend people check her out, but not as thorough.
Yeah.
I would say in looking at your book. Why? Because it shocks a lot of people as to, they go, well, why wouldn't women want the right to vote? That makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Yeah, and that's because we look
Talk
back
about
at history
bucket
through
duty.
a presentist lens. We're looking at things that happened 100,
Always the
150 years ago
same.
through our 2026 eyes with all of our preconceptions about what rights are and about what America is and what democracy looks like and all that sort of thing. But we're talking the mid to late 1800s. Women in the United States already felt that they had kind of a privileged position over men because a lot of states had laws in place, for example, like New York. If you were a wealthy woman and you entered into marriage, you had a lot of protections for whatever your inheritance was, whatever things you already owned. Yes, women could own stuff. You always hear this like, oh, women couldn't own anything. They weren't real people. They were chained to the stove. They couldn't leave the house.
Right.
None of them could read. They were all uneducated. Totally bullshit lies. None of that's true.
Right.
So I carefully debunk all of that in the book, and I use the actual writings of suffragists at the time to prove it. So it's not my opinion.
Right.
So if you don't like it or you think I'm wrong, you'll have to take it up with, Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton and all of the other prominent suffragists who were writing at the time and saying, we cannot get women on board with this because they already have everything they want, pretty much. They can go to school. There was never any prohibition on women being educated. In fact, most women were more educated than most men in this time period because they were the ones who generally taught children.
Mhm.
We didn't have the compulsory public education system yet. So it was
hard-
usually
that's hard to
mothers, ladies in your hometown who were teaching the
What?
kids how to read and things like that. Whereas men,
That
usually you're
women were
going out
more
to work
educated
at
than men?
other-
Yeah, at that time, there's no way that's
Well, yeah, because think about it. At that time, were the general populace of men really well educated?
No, but they had to be.
No. What are you
Like
talking
the
about?
The percent. I
To
guess
go be
it
a
depends.
fucking farm worker, you had to be super educated or dig a ditch
No,
or like fucking.
obviously no, but there obviously was universities back then, and there's no way there was like more women. That only happened in like
What
the
she's
80s or something,
saying
where
is-
like women.
What she's saying is that the women taught children, so they on average had a better education than just like fucking Jim Bob, you know, whatever, who was like just a farmhand.
Whoa, shots
Jimbo-
fired at
Jimbo
Jim
has a-
Bob.
Yeah, Jim Bob has a great education, Mo.
No, Jim
it's
Bob
not
back then,
Patapino
not
boy.
current Jim Bob. You know what the fuck I mean. Back
Oh,
then,
yeah,
Jim
yeah.
Bob. Old Jim
Yeah.
Bob. Dead Jim Bob, who's been dead for a while.
Grandpa Jim Bob. You're
That
talking
yeah,
about Grandpa
great
Jim
great
Bob.
great grandpa Jim Bob, who only had like a third grade education, who was a farmer. You know, that Jim Bob.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking it up. I mean, I'm just like using AI.
See,
you know,
here's
full
the thing you gotta
disclosure,
ask
but-
yourself though. Like when they make these claims about how like, oh, women didn't have this and didn't have that and things were so hard, ask yourself, okay, was it pretty much the same for men at that time? And that's most cases the answer is yes, and in a lot of ways worse.
Well,
'Cause, you know,
sure, yeah.
They had
no,
to
I
go and
agree with
die
that.
in wars and you know things like that.
When was suffrage? What? Because it does seem like it shifted around like the 1920s with what you were saying, Mo. I guess the lower tier education with university, men dominated that for a long time. But what exact year did women get the right to vote?
But was there
Anyone know?
was there anything like as far as you know laws or rules or anything stopping women from going to get an education, or did they just not want to and they want to actually be mothers?
Yeah. No, I'm just curious about that specific thing that Rachel said, that women were more educated than men back then. And I guess if she means yeah, and like I guess maybe like high school and that stuff, then maybe that could be. I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Well, no, think about it. Like
'Cause, well, the
it does
19th
make
Amendment
sense,
was
right?
what?
Because if the women are all staying home to take care of the kids and then they're doing the schooling and the guys are out there dying in the fucking sun and they don't have time to take fucking schooling.
Yeah.
On average, they're gonna know, you know, just passively absorbing, they're gonna know more than education wise than the men.
Yeah, like it
Also,
makes
they
sense
only
in
find
that way,
out,
but
you know.
just Googling, it seems like the literacy rates were higher for men at the time. But
Also,
I'd have to probably dig into this more.
If you wanted to learn to read, you'd have to go to school for it. Women weren't taught to read, so they could teach their kids. It just didn't happen.
Women weren't teaching kids at home?
To read? No.
No.
No, they didn't know how to read in the first place. So yes.
Really? You sure about that?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Pretty sure or sure?
I don't
Like
know. I think literacy
98% sure.
literacy rates I think were pretty high in like
I'll
the
leave some room for being wrong, but I'm like 98% sure.
Okay, I gotta go to Grok for this, so it actually gives me sources. Okay.
See, the thing I don't believe is you're saying women are smarter than men, and I'm just like, anything after that, I just disregard.
True.
Okay, we'll learn this together. Okay.
Oh, not Grok.
We need Grok. Okay. Oh, I didn't specify. Oh, wait, here we go. U.S.
Grok is the
Yes,
one.
they had a pretty crazy high literacy rate. This is what I was saying. Grok is saying 93.8% literate, which isn't that higher than what the literacy rate is now? Like, actually, is that actually higher? Although maybe they probably defined it maybe differently. I don't know, but
The
I'm pretty
literacy
sure
rate
that
at the time
higher.
was- yeah, it's a very, very different thing. Right?
Yeah, probably they just meant, can you like read a couple of words or something?
Plus,
you
we
know?
got more immigrants now.
No.
True.
People were highly, you know, as far as literacy and writing, they were much, on average, better back then in a lot of ways. than current.
Yeah, so it says in the mid 19th century, like 1850s, women were less likely to be literate than men, but by the early 1900s, the gap narrowed significantly in the U.S. with near parity in many groups. So I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible
I guess
by
the question is how
1919.
less likely. Right? Like, what does that mean?
Well, the other thing I was looking at was saying that they were that women possibly surpassed
So
them
in the
high school
1900s,
education.
when suffrage happened, about 70 to 75% of all teachers were women.
Yeah, that means very little though. Like, of course, that's true, but that means
That's
very little in
contributing
terms of
factor.
like who's. No, that's like one. If we're talking about like who's more like well educated, looking at would we use that standard now?
You were just using literacy as a standard. So now, like, what are
there's nothing to
are we gonna put the
teacher.
goalposts in the fucking like parking lot? Holy shit!
Wait, no, how does that logic make sense to you? We're talking about literacy, and you switch to teachers, and you think I'm shifting? That's crazy.
I was talking earlier about how women were the main people teaching people back then, or children. That was my point.
I thought you were talking like in average households that like a mother is teaching. I didn't think you were talking about teachers. Obviously, most teachers were women back then. Most teachers are women now. I don't know if that's been the case for a long time.
That's always been the case, yeah.
But I thought you meant like because you said the men are going. I thought you were talking like in the family structure, which is still true.
Yeah,
I don't
in
know
the
if
family
that-
structure, the guys are out dying in the fucking sun, and women are doing teaching
Right,
for the
that's
kids.
what I thought you were talking about. But looking up teachers, then what percent are teachers? That says because the vast minority of people are teachers, so that says very little, right?
Yeah, it's an error in sampling bias because it doesn't matter if all teachers are women. If only like 1% of women are teachers, and the other 99% of women aren't accounted for, and thus it doesn't really make an impact on literacy at all.
Early 1900s, roughly 3 out of 4 teachers were women, and in the home, mostly the early where most of the early education happened.
But
Teaching was almost entirely done by mothers.
You're conflating those things because
I'm not conflating something that falls in line with what I was saying earlier.
None of the women that taught were teaching. Or, I'm sorry, almost none of the women that taught how to read were teaching their kids at home how to read.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I would think in the 1900s, kids were being taught to read in a classroom. I mean,
They were not being taught to read in their house.
I don't
by
think.
their mom.
Yeah, I think that would be surprising. I mean, they did have schools back then, right? Like, I mean, even now, like, yeah, you might teach your kid how to read before, but even a lot of people don't,
but if
and
you
they
want
just send
to,
their
if you
kids
want to
to
go
school.
that route, back then it wasn't like the classroom today either. It was like community church-run schools or like one-room schoolhouses. It was much.
No. The school system.
Yes,
the modern
yes,
day
yes,
school
yes.
System came from the British system.
You think back then they had like 30 children to one fucking teacher? Are you fucking retarded?
No. The first public school in the United States was in 1644. We had public schools, and they were.
Did you not just hear what I said? You weren't listening, were you?
Church houses.
No. Oh, and what I say after that?
You said they went to church houses and were taught at home. The vast.
No. What? No, that's not what I fucking said. You weren't fucking listening. I said most of it was community. Now listen this time. You won't sound fucking retarded. I said community or church-run schools and one-room schoolhouses. I said that right after the fucking thing after the church, but you weren't fucking listening.
Then you said absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's not. I would. Yeah, that's not.
What do you mean? That's not fucking one room
things.
I said most kids went to some form of school, so your statement was absolutely fucking. Useless.
No, it wasn't. It's not the fucking same thing.
Jesus, amateur debate.
You're saying back then the school system was the exact same way as it is in modern terms. Are you retarded?
No, he.
That's my case.
He didn't say that.
Well, then his point is irrelevant.
So you didn't listen?
His point's fucking irrelevant.
It's taught. The point is, it's taught by like teachers in a classroom setting, right? And it's not just like some volunteer that's just like teaching, you know. And it's not just like parents, right? So obviously it's going to look different than now.
It was between church-run schools and single room classrooms, single house classrooms.
Right, but so when you said earlier, and this is maybe I misassumed, when you said earlier that women taught all the kids.
Yeah, like
So of course
75%
women
of
had to-
teachers were women. Yes.
Yes, we assumed you were talking about the teachers at home that taught their kids at home what they could do and stuff like that. We didn't think you were talking about the teachers at schools.
There would be some level of teaching at home too. Not
Sure.
everyone.
No, right. But the people who were teaching their kids at home, they weren't they people who could read to teach reading typically. If you could read as a woman, you were probably a teacher or something like that.
Wait, why
Well,
wouldn't
I
you?
don't think that's true. It said
No,
the
the
literacy
literacy-
rates of
yeah,
women were like 90. We just looked it up. It's like 95% in
Yeah, that
like
doesn't follow.
1900.
So they know how to
they're
read, but they're not going to teach
surprisingly
they're not going to teach their children. That doesn't fucking follow.
I mean that happens today though, Mo. Like most kids when they go to school, they don't know how to read, right? Like they get
Yeah,
taught
because
even
most
today
parents
in
today are
modern
shit.
America.
Yes,
I know.
they'll teach
but I
their
don't
kids
know.
early.
No,
Do you
it's
think
because
they're
the- it's
teaching their
because the
kids how to
system
read
is shit.
before school?
That too,
before?
yes.
I don't know.
It's because the
I
system
learned-
is shit. The system,
my
the
parents taught me how to
education
read.
system that's being, that,
Yeah,
that
mine
was
did too,
set up by
but-
leftists suck. That's
I don't
what
Yes.
think most do.
But look, I did
That's
an
true.
argument with Fabian Liberty on this for the fucking Championship League of Gibbs show. So I did a lot of prep on public schools.
Okay,
A lot of
so
the reasons
let's
why-
recap. You're wrong about the literacy, and potentially being taught at least a little bit at home because literacy was so high, and it's like foolish to
Nobody
think they
said
wouldn't
that
teach their
weren't
kids.
taught
You were wrong
anything.
about comparing modern schools to old schools because it's not even fucking comparable. And so,
Nobody did
like,
that.
what the fuck are you? What's your point
Nobody made either of the arguments that you just said.
Yes, you
don't
did.
have a-
You did.
you have
You
a
said
coherent
the public school system has been around since blah blah blah. It's like no shit.
has-
but it
it
was
has
but it was
been.
completely
That's
fucking different. It was an
That's a
irrelevant
fact.
fucking point to bring
You know
up.
what that's completely different from is your summary, your attempt at steel manning my argument was.
I'm not trying to steal your argument. I'm making fun of your retarded argument.
I know you're not trying to. You're making shit up because you're taking L's to everybody in the group.
No, I'm not taking L's to anybody. I've been proven right on every fucking point.
No, you haven't been.
Every
proven right.
fucking
You're
point.
making shit up. It's amateur
You just
debate
fucking
hour.
have to like go down all these like rabbit
Argue-
holes to try to make a
argue
point and like
Argue
change the
Ben Andrew
goalposts and switch
Wilson.
it and transform
Argue
it, put it in the
Ben
fucking
Andrew
parking
Wilson.
lot because
Hey,
you keep moving
argue
it.
Ben Andrew Wilson, relax. You're not good at this. Anyway,
Oh, Agent Wilson, you're not good at this. Oh,
listen, Argan Ben Andrew Wilson. You're
I don't
just
understand why
attempting
every
to do
time
like
they start spurging, they have to bring Andrew Wilson.
yeah, I don't know. It's like he lives rent free in their fucking head. It's like get his
It's
cock
so
out of your mouth.
weird.
Spurging is listing off a bunch of half-true things, which is what he did with.
Wasn't half truths. Every point that I made was validated by every even the illiteracy was validated. So I don't know what you're talking about.
You just literally said I wasn't trying to steel man your argument. I'm making fun of you, and now you're saying
Yes, because you deserve to be making fun of because you make retarded points. Yes.
Now you're saying, and then you just said everything I said was actually truly what you said. You're just making both sides of the
I
argument.
didn't say that.
This is you.
No, I didn't.
collapsing. This is whole crashing out.
No, I didn't. Are you retarded? Can you not follow argumentation? Like, can you not follow one sentence to another?
Bro, you just said that you are crashing out.
Let me restate my positions and the ones that you disagree with and you got proven wrong. I said that school system was fundamentally different back then than it is currently. That's a fact.
Nobody
Also,
that.
then why did you fucking bring up like, well, the school system has been around when all I said was there was single house schoolhouses and church
No,
schoolhouses.
you said most education was done in church houses or at home.
No,
And then
that's not what I
you
fucking said.
amended that
That's not what I
statement
fucking said.
after this
That's not what I
also
fucking
saying
said. You're a fucking liar.
schoolhouses,
You're a
and we
fucking
made fun
liar.
of you for
You're a
making
fucking
big
liar. You can
statement,
roll it back
and we made
and you'll
fun
see
of
you're
you
fucking
for
retarded.
making
The
a big
problem is
statement when
you started speaking. You started speaking before I finished talking and you didn't hear the second thing and you went and you spurred the fuck out and now you look like the retard you are.
You can't let anyone talk because you're
Now you
taking
look like the
L's.
retard you are.
You can't let anyone talk. You just keep repeating yourself because you're taking L's.
Okay.
So again, nobody
Let's
made
roll it back and see.
1600 school.
Let's roll it. You want to roll it back and see?
Now.
Let's
You
do
just
it.
made that shit up.
Let's roll it back and see.
Okay, how long ago do we estimate this was?
Fuck if I know.
10 minutes.
Read, you'd have to go to school for it. Women weren't taught to read, so they could teach their kids. It just didn't happen.
Women weren't teaching kids at home.
It's after this, right? We think.
I got 100% of the exact.
To read? No.
No.
No, they didn't know how to read in the first place. So yes.
Yeah, that got proven wrong.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Pretty sure.
I don't know. I think literacy rates I think were pretty high in like
I
the
leave some room for being wrong, but
Oh man, my mic sounds so much better than it used to. I'm glad I use the OBS stuff. Just saying.
it's probably 98% sure.
You guys
Okay, I gotta go to Grok for this, so it actually give me sources, okay?
See, the thing I don't
Oh, wait.
do is
Oh,
say
yeah, it's
women are
after
smarter than men.
this.
Anything after that, I disregard.
Okay, we'll learn this together, okay?
Yeah, I slapped and nobody appreciates it.
We need Grok, okay? Oh, I didn't specify. Oh, here we go. US.
Grok is
They
the one.
had a pretty crazy high literacy rate. That's what I was saying. Grok is saying 93.8% literate, which isn't that higher than what the literacy rate is now? Like, actually, is that actually higher? Although maybe they define it maybe differently. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's higher.
Yeah, it's a very different thing.
Yeah, probably they just meant can you like read a couple words or something.
Plus, we got more immigrants now.
No,
Drew.
people were highly, as far as literacy and writing, they were much on average better back then in a lot of ways.
Yeah, so it's in the mid-19th century, like 1850s, women were less likely to be literate than men, but by the early 1900s, the gap narrowed significantly in the U.S. with near parity in many groups. So I guess, I guess it's possible by 1919.
Gotta be close.
Well, the other thing I was looking at was saying that they were.
It's way past this.
Yeah, that means very little. Should we use that standard now?
You were just using literacy as a standard, so now like, what, are we gonna put the goalpost in the fucking like parking lot? Holy shit!
Wait, how does that logic make sense to you? You're talking literacy and you switch the teachers and you think I'm shifting?
Oh, again,
That's crazy.
I was talking earlier about how women were the main people teaching people back then, or children. That was my point.
I thought you were talking like an average household. That like, oh, a mother's teaching. I didn't think you were talking about teachers. Obviously, most teachers were women back then. Most teachers are women now. I don't know if that's been the case for a long time.
Confluence is
I thought you meant like you said the men are going. I thought you were talking like in a family structure, which is still true. But
Yeah, the family structure, the guys are out dying in the fucking sun. The women are doing
right. That's what I thought you were talking about. But looking up teachers, then what percent are teachers? That's just because the vast minority of people are teachers. So
all right, I'm gonna catch it.
Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna catch it at this speed. Holy
All
shit!
teachers are women. If only like 1% of women are teachers, and the other 90% of women are accounted for, and thus it doesn't really make an impact on literacy at all.
We'll slow it down when we find it.
Power.
Early 1900s, roughly 3 out of 4 teachers were women, and in the home. Mostly the early education, where most of the early education happened.
But
Teaching was almost entirely done by mothers.
You're conflating those
We're
things
getting
because
close.
I'm not conflating something. That's exactly falls in line with what I was saying earlier.
none of the women that taught were teaching. I'm sorry, almost none of the women that taught how to read were teaching their kids at home how to read.
What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, I would think in the 1900s kids were being taught to read in a classroom. I mean,
They're not being taught to read in their house.
I don't think. Yeah, I think that would be surprising. I mean, they did have schools back then, right? Like, I mean, even now, like, yeah, you might teach your kid how to read before.
But if you want to go that route, back then.
Oh, okay, everyone ready? I think we're at it. Okay, we're slowing it down.
Wasn't like the classroom today either. It was like community church run schools or like one room schoolhouses. It was much. Oh my god!
Oh, he did say. He did say.
Oh no! What happened? What happened?
He did say it.
Retard.
I'm not sure what he said.
Confluence, you reviewed your own panel more than you did the panel.
Yes.
That's technically true.
No, you must be Andrew Wilson, I think.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, yeah, because apparently Andrew, to these guys, Andrew Wilson's the only one who can make a fucking coherent thought and sentence, and so that's why they see that and they just.
No, I
freak
was
out.
making fun of your debate strategy because you're just spurging out and trying to act like.
I'm spurging out. I'm having whiskey and having a good time roasting retards like you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Who is these guys? I've not compared you to Andrew Wilson, Mo.
Andrew's made an archetype.
Andrew
Okay.
Wilson is an archetype.
So now,
Okay?
so now we move on from being completely proven wrong to now you're Andrew Wilson. Okay, fine.
Completely proven wrong. I misquoted you. That doesn't make the point wrong.
Oh,
You just
got it.
again. You
Got it.
made up my stance multiple times and went back and forth on if you were.
Yeah, because you weren't listening. Why should I try to like steel man you when you weren't fucking listening to me?
Again, the point still stands.
Dude, just accept the fact that you got it wrong. It's fine.
I accepted that I got that wrong. I said it's
Okay, then we can move on. Okay.
Yeah, let's watch the actual video.
Inconsequential to my argument.
I
And
feel
that
like we've
still
watched
stands
so much of
unopposed.
the video already, though.
What is your argument? As the straw man of his? Doesn't matter.
No.
Is Rachel about to do a
The
Heil, by the
foundation was
way? I
wrong.
mean,
Oh,
looks
based.
like
No, it wasn't the foundation. I
Gotta
meant.
Gotta start playing the Kanye
Clapped
song.
earlier. You should maybe see these ones out.
You were responding to something that it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Will she complete the Heil?
Farm or in the
Oh,
full
no.
fields or something
Stop
like
trying to
this.
pause it. Stop trying to fucking pause it.
She was thinking about
Or
it.
you're going off to war or something like that. So boys
Another
would
form of it, but yes.
do like 5th grade.
Yeah.
Reading, writing, arithmetic. If they can kind of sort of read signs, that's good enough.
I still have, I've told the story before. I need to find it. I still have
K2, what do you mean you need sound effects? I can give you this sound effect. For the don't know, I need some sound effects, Confluence. What do you mean, K2? I have very limited
Oh.
sound effects.
He wants you to have one of those soundboards where, like, every 2 seconds when someone says something, you press a button and it's like, yeah, you know, or
I
something.
mean, I kind of have that.
Yeah.
It's like filled with Mr. saying Chinese waifu things,
Chinese waifu things.
and Frankie saying I'll be back.
Motherfucker, I'll be back.
So they have very limited use cases. Is the problem?
Gotta wait, yeah. I can
When
see where those would
someone-
be very special.
Yeah, when someone brings up the Chinese or something, you know, it's, they're.
You
they're
should
kinda-
wait. I can't believe. Wait a minute. I can't believe you don't have the American Psycho "Cool It" with the anti-Semitic remarks. You should. That should be. You should have that on.
It should be.
That's
It should be
true.
there.
That is true.
It's
My
the Blue
soundboard is
Jays.
very lacking. Okay, it's very lacking.
Thank you for the done. Okay, too. I gotta go.
Oh.
Conference. Have a good one.
Have a good one, Emmett. Take care, brother.
Take care, everybody.
Emmett.
Emmett's
Emmett.
dodging, watching the video. He can't handle it. He can't handle how much of the video we're about to watch. Okay, which
Well,
I mean, I'm a little
Like
nervous.
nothing. You're about to end.
Not yet. I got.
We got
Like-
3 more minutes to watch the video.
We got
10
3
seconds
more
will actually be the
minutes.
video.
No, I'm good for another like half an hour.
You sound like you're about
He
to
has
fall
another
asleep.
hour.
I am technically. I'm lying to you about my pixel art. I'm actually Bedfluence right now. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm Bedfluence.
I was right. Have a good one.
Yeah, dude.
Confluence got a real job now. He's tired. Fluence.
Confluence is so tired.
You have an adult job now?
I have a job contract. Okay, it's a job.
You-
It's the same. It's the same writing stuff. It's just a more set schedule. It's a
Do you
long-
ride your scooter there?
No, I don't ride my scooter there.
Are you a typer for an OnlyFans channel?
Oh, that would probably pay. That'd probably pay pretty good. But no, I'm not. Well, I might be. I'm actually. I have some bad news for you, Anson. I actually have a voice changer, and when you're paying to talk to Marilyn, you're fucking talking to me. Yeah, that's right, Anson. All those dirty things you said, all the dirty things I said to you. Yeah, that was between me and you. That wasn't you and Mara. Get fucked, Anson. That's what I told you last night. That's what I'm telling you now.
I was pretty clear that like all
Why
of
you
my
gonna break the man's
conversations
heart?
all of my conversations with Marilyn, she's been like a lady. She's not been like a whore in any way whatsoever.
Of course, I don't think Marilyn's the degenerate one in the phone calls. Okay, to be clear, this is
Well,
a pro Maryland channel. I think
I'm-
you're
I'm
the
not a-
degenerate one.
I'm not a degenerate conflict. I just play one on the internet.
Yeah, you say that, but I find that hard to believe. That tests my credulity. I can't say it. Credulity.
Credulity.
Yeah, but Avarice is really giving it to Marilyn really hard, and I thought that Marilyn
Oh,
needed some
pause.
support, right? Because she's not a whore. Like she's got standards. Like she's a lady. You know, she's got self-respect and all that
That's
stuff.
what I thought before I found out about your nighttime phone calls. Okay,
Well,
so,
just because a woman that you like has talked to other guys doesn't mean that you like should stop liking the woman. I mean, in your case, you know, like it's a
Whoa,
lost cause because you're so
Anson.
pathetic. But
Bros
like
before
normal guys.
hoes. Bros
Yeah, I
before
mean-
hoes, Anson.
Anson, if you want a woman that's talking to like 15 other people in secret late night calls, have at it. That's not my gig. Okay.
what
Not my gig.
what is me having? What are you talking about? I don't want Marilyn.
Well, I'm just saying.
What?
You're talking to a lady. At
Yeah, I
night.
talk to lots of ladies. Do you not talk to ladies, Confluence?
I talk to ladies, but not in an untoward way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I talk to ladies in a normal way, unless I'm trying to
Someone
rinse them.
in my chat says there's no such thing as ladies. There's only whores. I don't know if I agree.
Yeah.
With that. I disavow.
If she breathes,
Base.
she's a thought.
No, that chatter's onto something. I talk to women with the back of my fucking hand.
Yeah, I mean there are ladies. And Rob Roy actually cleared this up pretty well. And if you've ever seen Rob Roy's, you don't ask a whore, you make her, right? And that's the difference between like a whore and a lady.
Or maker. Okay. Well,
I mean, what if you just
Gotcha.
like pay her though?
that's the that's the Jesse Lee Peterson idea, right? It's like
yeah.
if
Jesse
you're-
Lee Peterson's fucking awesome, dude.
if
That
you're-
guy's from Alabama. He's the best Alabama has produced in a long time. I'm
It's
proud
like
of him.
if
being
you're
from my
if you're a slut, what if a woman who sleeps with a lot of men is a slut? What is a man who sleeps with a lot of women? He's a slut maker. It's like, okay.
That guy's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Video, okay. Fuck off. And, you know that actually is actually me talking to you. Okay, that is my new job. I just want to be clear that that's not a joke.
What?
My
Are you
maternal grandfather's
G.R.R.
cool
Martin's new ghostwriter?
I think exactly what you just. I think 5th grade, maybe 4th grade.
Who's that? Is that the Game of Thrones guy?
Yeah, it's the fat guy who's probably
No,
gonna
I don't
die
know if that-
die
I don't
before
know if
he
that
actually
shit.
finishes the book.
Never read the books. Never seen
They
the
got
show.
a team of like 30 writers working on them. I heard now.
Well, so there's actually apparently a theory with some credible evidence that the idea was that he unconfirmed. We'll just say unconfirmed, but the idea is that his first all his books were actually written by a ghostwriter, not by him, and that's why he's taken so long to do this last book, where he goes into like a freaking cottage and he spends a month out there. And he makes a bunch of blog posts where he basically says, "Oh, I wrote like 2 sentences today." It's like taking fucking forever.
I mean, it's similar in some ways to like because he was apparently one of the world building people behind like Elden Ring, but I don't know. I mean, like Elden Ring ties pretty closely to like if you're familiar with like Dark Souls and all that. Like, I feel like Miyazaki, the guy who makes Dark Souls, could have made Elden Ring. So I'm like, is it just Martin's name on it to like be like?
Yeah,
hey,
I was kind of confused by that too, and I haven't played Elden Ring yet, so no, I haven't done that yet. But from just what I know about it, it doesn't seem like it lends itself to like some of his like political writing, type of political intrigue and power structures. I don't know. It's kind of
like,
weird.
If I didn't know it involved him at all, I would just think it was like the next Miyazaki installment.
If you remember when they said that and advertised it, it was kind of like in the hype of Game of Thrones. Like Game of Thrones was like popping off, so that was probably more of a marketing move, if I had to wager.
Yeah, I feel like they probably just put his name on it, and maybe he had like some.
All right, well, so we're not going to finish this video, so I'm going to leave you with a question, a very deep philosophical question. I want you to ponder this, okay, before I go. Okay.
It's gonna be gay, isn't it?
No, it's not gonna be gay. It's gonna be very thoughtful. Okay. So, Earth is the 3rd planet away from the sun. Correct?
I saw this on my Instagram already.
Doesn't that make all countries 3rd world countries?
That is a good thought to ponder.
Oh, fuck.
It's true.
A deaf man loses a finger.
It's true. It's true. Think
Is
about
it a speech impediment or an accent?
And with that,
that's a good one. Dude.
Good night, and God bless. See you later. Enjoy your new job. Okay. Well, that was fun. Got to have a nice little spur back and forth. 1 second. I will be right back.